Vasudhaiv Kutumbakam is a perfect phrase to define India's relation, not only with its neighbouring countries but with every other country as well. Just check this clip. PM Modi is warmly welcoming Sri Lankan President Ranil Wickremesinghe, who is on his first official visit to India since he assumed his current responsibilities. Lately, India has been striving to strengthen its Neighbourhood First policy. Just a few days back, the ferry services resumed between India and Sri Lanka, which was suspended since the 1980s. But irrespective of this, the opposition has not stopped accusing the centre for no good relations with its neighbours. Let us know how the recent visit of Sri Lankan President is a perfect timing for both the nations to reverse their give and take relationship of aid to trade. Hello and welcome, I am Shreya and you're watching the Pamphlet. Ahead of the Sri Lankan President's visit to India, Tamil Nadu CM MK Stalin wrote to PM Modi citing problems faced by the Indian fishermen in Sri Lanka. He even addressed the matters relating to the retrieval of Kachathevu Island, detention of Indian fishermen by Sri Lankan authorities, and the seizure of Indian boats by the Sri Lankan Navy. India has conducted several joint meetings in the past, the efforts of which led to the recent release of 22 Indian fishermen who had allegedly crossed into the Sri Lankan waters. There is a vast list of the developments that took place in India and Sri Lanka due to the strong diplomatic relations between the two nations. While addressing the press meet, India and Sri Lanka announced that they will work on an oil pipeline connecting the two nations. Well, this is the third such oil pipeline that India will have after Nepal and Bangladesh. Also, Unified Payment Interface or UPI will now be accepted in Sri Lanka, which will boost the fintech in the country. MEA spokesperson Arindam Bagchi recently announced that Sri Lanka has notified the Indian rupee as a designated currency.
In terms of trading in our national currencies, Sri Lanka has already, notified Indian rupee as a designated foreign currency in their system.
This significant agreement will not only make the trade settlement between the two countries in INR, but will also give Indian tourists the option of using INR for transactions while travelling to Sri Lanka. India was also one of the first nations to extend its support to Sri Lanka amidst its economic crisis. Financial and humanitarian support worth $4 billion have been provided by India to Sri Lanka. This amount is far in excess of the total anticipated extended fund facility of that of the IMF. Visit of Indian Air Chief Marshal Vivek Ram Chaudhary to Sri Lanka was a strategic move to deepen the collaborative defence services between the two nations. In fact, in April this year, India and Sri Lanka conducted an annual maritime exercise ISLANEX to improve their mutual understanding and exchange best practices in maritime operations. Also during the visit of Sri Lankan High Commissioner Milinda Moragoda to India in April this year, the International Buddhist Confederation DG Abhijit Haldar unveiled paintings marking 75 years of India-Sri Lanka diplomatic relations in the presence of Buddhist monks. Indian External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar also made a few visits to Sri Lanka in the past 6 months. During his January visit this year, S. Jaishankar witnessed the signing of letters of exchange between India and Sri Lanka to increase Indian commitment for high-impact community development projects. He even inaugurated certain projects like 300 houses under Phase 3 of the Indian housing projects in Kandy and Nuwara area, and model village housing projects in Badulla and Anuradhapura districts. He even ceremonially handed over 50 buses to the Sri Lankan Minister of Transport and Highways Bandula Gudavardhane. In all, the incumbent government has ensured to keep a healthy relation with its neighbours and form a strategic alliance with them. Indian policies like Neighbourhood First or Act East have strengthened India's position in tackling the hurdles against the reactionary policies and dominance of China. Thank you for watching. If you liked the content, do like, share and subscribe to our channel, The Pamphlet.